Okay. This is the final. I know we've been talking for about almost an hour and a half because I got to take in account that I did not have my AC adapter with me. But so this is one half of two. This is our filler episode. But we are going to be talking about Avengers Endgame. And I don't know. I know the was it the Russo brothers or
Yeah, the Russo brothers.
I know they have had the whole they made kind of their own special stipulations on when you talk about spoilers, but I try not to talk about spoilers for anything. Like that's just me. I'm a return fire only person. Like, oh hey, you seen Adventures? No. Okay, I won't tell you anything. Okay, cool, thank you. And vice versa. It was funny because like I've seen Far From Home, and my friend Nate was like, "Hey, did you see Spider-Man yet?" No, I won't tell you anything. You better not, or I'll punch you. Because I know spoilers are always, especially for something like this. But this is on a huge magnitude, so.
I think. Can we talk about the whole spoiler culture real quick, though? I mean, I just
Sure,
because I've been, I feel like before nobody cared. I mean, it was kind of like a unwritten rule, but no big deal. But like with Avengers Endgame, like you saw it all over social media. Don't say anything,
Mm-hmm.
And then I mean, I personally think even sharing memes is kind of a spoiler thing because
because memes are bad. Like sharing. I mean, the person who has seen it will laugh, but the person who hasn't will not. Number one, they'll be confused, but number two, you're forcing them to look for that,
right?
Which
and
is
then
kind of not cool in itself. But go ahead.
And then too, it's kind of like oh, I would have laughed, but now I'm not gonna laugh because I already know it's coming. So, anyways, but that's just my personal thing, and I think I've always been like irritated with spoilers because our brother, when I was 11, he would just tell me the whole damn movie, and I mean, for some reason, I wasn't with him, and he'd go see the movie, and he would just come home and tell me the whole damn movie, and it made me so mad because like I wanted to see that movie, I wanted to be surprised, But anyways, just kind of, I guess, I think just we try to movies in general. I keep spoiler free, and even obviously in our podcast.
I said not everything is 100% spoiler free. I know there are sometimes we kind of talk about certain things, but this is the last thing we're talking about. We this is planned. We moved this to the final thing because if people want to avoid spoilers, I mean, granted, if you have not seen Endgame already, yeah, you're missing out, but I still don't want to be a jerk, even after all this time,
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we talk first about Endgame, really? Time heist.
Time heist. I kind of like too, because like I saw, like I feel like they're speaking of time heist and like the special suits they had to wear, and
actually, or maybe let's start. Or sorry, let me start at the beginning because time. I mean, everyone will understand time heist, but I don't know. I know some people, Infinity War, I really liked it. I liked the ending. The ending was like, whoa, kind of like they really did it. And I thought it was really cool. And like the after effects of everything. And it still makes me laugh of Thor being some stupid gardener man after everything. Taking care of the flowers. Like, I did everything. Everything's cool. Slice you.
Yeah. Oh, well, we're doing a spoiler cast with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is full
spoiler. So this is full spoilers. So if you want to, I guess it's too late now, but
it's not too late.
Not too late. So final warning. You don't want to hear about spoilers. Turn off. You haven't seen it. Don't want to know anything. Turn off now. So so it's like was it 5 years later? Or no?
Yeah, it's 5 years later after all this, everything, after the snap.
The snap, and then they find, Thanos, and they kill him.
Yeah, he's just being a lame guy. Like, hey, I did my thing. Everything's cool, ain't it, guys? And it's like, no, don't be a jerk. Chop off your head.
You did.
I kind of like that too because I I just killing Thanos, doing what he should have done, going for the head. It was pretty gnarly. But the whole story of that was just like them. Yeah, and Ant-Man was the key.
Ant-Man was the key. Ant-Man was because
He was in the quantum realm,
he was in the quantum realm for 5 years.
but it only felt like 5 minutes to him.
And the way he got out was pretty funny because he was obviously in the van that got impounded, and he was stuck in the van, and then like he's just like, oh hey, like what's going on?
Well, the one thing I thought was really, I'm not the biggest fan of that. It's just the whole the 5 year time jump is fine, whatever, but just how everything was still in ruin. I mean, like in real life, we'd already be in the process of rebuilding and all this kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we'd hope to be in the process. And then they built a memorial to all the people who were affected by the snap. I mean, why couldn't they have used those funds to
repair the house? Like, because yeah, everything looked like such a dump. And I'm not like meh, but I don't know. Me and Julie, the world goes on whether you want to or not. You know, the world, it keeps going forward, whether you want to or not. Being the whole, like I said, I mean, yeah, it's tragic losing your loved ones and everything like that. Again, we know that better than anyone, but life goes on and you have, I mean, as I said, not everyone, and probably not everyone feels that way either. Some people would probably my wife got snapped.
and I mean, and understandable too. Some people have a hard time moving on, but just kind of like collectively, just kind of hoping. I mean, you would think.
I feel that the world would be able to move on. We've moved forward within, I mean, things like 9/11, things like that. I mean, people don't even talk about it anymore because it's been so long.
Yeah, almost 20 years.
Well, the world moves on whether you want to or not. I mean, like, and thinking like, how would your debts, like if someone owed a lot of money, like, oh, they got snapped, you're good. I mean, you know what I mean? Businesses and all these things.
Right. And then, well, actually, that's a kind of an interesting conversation because like if someone got snapped and they had a huge debt, like who do they go after? Well, I mean, it would be next of kin, but what if their next of kin got snapped? Like, who do they go after? And
would there be a lot of fraud of like, oh, I had like $500,000 life insurance. My husband got snapped, and then like you see him like. See these people later taking advantage of all that.
Well, and like thinking like, would they even like honor that? Because it's like, how would you describe the act of God? You know, just
yeah.
and then too, like how much of these businesses would suffer economic loss, like banks and life insurance companies.
Well, banks and life insurance would probably be broke.
Yeah, have bailouts. I mean, it's just like random thoughts.
Maybe a little bit of like, yeah, the world's a little bit in ruins, but yeah.
But I guess like physically, the world is in ruins. I guess physically, the world should not be as ruined as it is. But like, you know, what kind of economic like problems would we have if half the population left and all, like, let's
more
say
money for us
and half the population with the biggest debt, you know, just I'm just saying, it's just like random stuff.
Yeah, no, I just like to think about that. Yeah, just Ant-Man is the key, and they just it is all this cool time heist.
Yeah, because they decide they have to reverse the snap, and so they have to regather all the stones, and they have to the gauntlet and
make a new gauntlet, and because Thanos' gauntlet, when he snapped it all broke and went to pieces because all the power of all those stones, power of God in your hand, something's got to give. I like time heists. I thought it was kind of cool. I liked all the different, and I thought it was the one thing I really liked about it too is like I just liked the whole idea of going into past movies and grabbing those stones from those times and running back. I thought it was cool, like the whole Captain America, Winter Soldier. That was during Avengers, huh?
Yeah, it was during Avengers.
Yeah, when they went to Avengers timeline, and when the whole like Hulk smash. Oh yeah, gosh, Hulk being a big nerd.
Hulk was literally a big nerd. He was like,
and it was funny because like yeah, he had the Hulk body and it was still tough and everything like that, but he had the intelligence of Bruce Banner, and he didn't have that aggression. He didn't have the Hulk smash aggression. He's just like, I love the part like Hulk smash, and he just didn't he punch like the side view mirror of like a taxi or something? It was something pathetic.
Yeah, because like they had to go back in time, and they had to like, in case they got caught, they had to be or seen. I shouldn't say caught. Seen. They had to like.
It's on time cop rules. If you see yourself, you turn into a bunch of pink goop.
They had to like pretend to be themselves at that time. So yeah, so that's like why Hulk was like Hulk smash. It was like,
but no, I think like one of my favorite parts was just the very when they were getting the Tesseract stone. I forget which stone that one was. Oh. The Loki stone. How Captain America was in. I thought he was gonna get in a big fight like Winter Soldier. When he was in the elevator.
Yeah, because he was with the same guys from Winter Soldier.
And it was the same exact people, the same exact position. Like that's what I think is kind of cool is like that Avengers it's just a big it's funny that it's a big nostalgia rush for something that's been going on for 10 years.
Yeah.
I love the whole Hail Hydra thing. And that was another nod to that one of the newer comics that he was like, Hail Hydra.
Yeah, because he was like a part of Hydra and stuff. So
fortunately, I'm not a comic book nerd, so I just watched the movie, so we don't.
I like, didn't Hulk have to get the Mind Stone from the Ancient One?
Yeah.
And like how she knew exactly, like she knew what they were doing, and it was really cool. I mean, just like that nod. Oh, and then like Captain America, and he had to fight himself because like the Avengers, the original Avengers, thought that Captain America was Loki, and then he's like, I could do this all day. I know, just like oh, you're so annoying.
And it's just kind of funny to see how much they've changed as characters over all this time. Because I mean, well, yeah, like Captain America being a big Boy Scout, and now he's a little more. He had the beard, so he was a little bit more rugged,
and not as trusting, not as naive anymore. Yeah. I mean, it's been he's in a different world and he's slowly adapting. So
I think that's kind of cool, but because there's always those questions. I mean, going back to the Hulk thing of like going back to those questions of like since the Doctor Strange and their little organization, it's like, where were you guys during Avengers? We were helping you guys out too. Shut up.
Because they were there because that was the cool Asian guy. He was helping out, and
I thought that was kind of a cool thing of like. Just like, oh, you're here, like kind of like this. Because I think it's kind of cool when things make sense and you kind of see behind the scenes of what was going on during this time, going back to here, and it's like, wow. The MCU, this whole phase 1, 2, and 3, it's impressive. It's really impressive to write like 22 movies that all have continuity. I mean, granted, probably there's little continuity errors here and there, but to have like the important stuff stick is impressive. It's unheard of.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it was very impressive, the continuity and everything, and then kind of like seeing. Well, I guess like when they showed Star-Lord get the purple stone, I can't remember all the stones, the purple stone, and how like in Guardians of the Galaxy, how he's like listening to his headphones and dancing and looking all cool. Then it's like shows him watching him from behind, and he looks like a total dork. So,
yeah. I'm trying to think of some other good scenes because I don't want to tell the entire thing.
No.
But I just want to tell some favorite scenes.
Mine was like Thor with his mom.
Oh gosh. Oh, and Fat Thor. Fat Thor is the best Thor. That part was the best. Like him being fat and playing and then stupid Fortnite making sense of that stupid Thanos skin in the game. Because that's what they did. They got a deal with Marvel, and it's like, hey, we'll have Thanos doing dabs and stuff in Fortnite if you put Fortnite in this movie. It's like, sure, we could use the money. epic buy, or they buy out everything else. Fat Thor was best Thor. He just reminded me of the dude from Big Lebowski.
Well, he did. I mean, like there was like his hair is disheveled and like he had a Lebowski sweater on, and
I was waiting for like a White Russian to come out somewhere, for him to drink a White Russian.
Tony Stark called him Lebowski.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I mean, I think there's been some controversy about Fat Thor, and my opinion, maybe I don't feel like he was really made fun of because he was fat. I think it's just like, I mean, yeah, they're a little harsh on him because I mean, he was depressed. He lost his brother, he lost his planet, he lost half his people. He couldn't help him the way he wanted to, and he just didn't care. And I mean, like, I guess, like, someone who suffers from depression from time to time and getting those spirals where you don't care what you eat and you don't care what you look like. And I don't know, I felt that was pretty realistic, like depression. And so, like I said, personal experience. And then too, it's like when he started feeling like he had purpose, his hair and that got way better, but he was still fat, just like, so, it's like embracing his body, because he could have, I mean, he's a god. He could have shed that fat suit. I mean, it was a literal fat suit, which I actually kind of disappointed he didn't gain the weight for, but
Coward,
I know, he like when he was feeling better about himself and about life. He like his hair. Actually, I liked his hair and I liked his beard, but he was still fat and he could literally take that fat suit off and be slender again, but he wasn't. And so that's my take. I know like there might be some people who disagree with me, but whatever.
This is the internet, Joel.
Oh yeah. But I don't know. I guess that kind of spoke to me. I think to me, Thor's story spoke a lot to me because like I've been there.
I've never had you call or
Call
for help because someone called me a dickhead online.
Oh, I was thinking of the other call for help where Loki's like how like Thor pretends that Loki's like needs assistance and doesn't he use Loki to hit him? So,
yeah. Well, that was a different movie.
Right. Oh yeah, because what's his name?
The tree guy or the rock guy.
Rock guy.
The guy who's the actual director.
Yeah, who's the voice of the director of Thor Ragnarok.
But yeah, he was playing Fortnite. Oh, someone called me a dickhead. People these days. Back in the day, Xbox Live was raw. It was crazy. People talk crap all the time, but like I feel people are more toxic today.
Oh yeah, people. Oh, and then like swatting, doxing, and
all that kind of fun stuff. Well, unfun stuff.
A lot of fun stuff.
But where's some other good parts you liked in the movie, Joel? Oh, Captain Marvel wasn't in there.
Captain Marvel was in there for a little bit.
She's in there for 10 minutes. I'm too powerful. I'm off planet. Yo, later.
Like of course I'm does she need help? She's got help. That was cool. I mean, all the the women of Marvel, ganging together and girl gang, #girl gang. But that was cool. And that was like I the Dora Milaje are my favorite.
Because yeah, there was Time Heist, and they went all the different little areas. Him talking to Tony Stark talking to his dad. That part was kind of fun. I think it's kind of cool. Like, I really like how Robert Downey Jr. had. I mean, just how much he's changed in all that time. Or his character and himself. The fight scene at the end was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, just like how everybody.
The Smash Brothers. Everyone is here.
Yes. Should start calling that the Smash Brothers scene.
It should be called the Smash Brothers scene. But that one was actually pretty cool. It was cool seeing everybody doing their own thing. I kind of wish it was a little bit more intimate. Like, I kind of wish it was the original Avengers fighting against Thanos a little bit more, But
yeah.
It was still cool seeing everybody. I don't know. Still impressive how they got everybody out there. Anything else you have to add, Jill?
Okay, so like, for the past few, well, I guess in between, like you've been hearing rumors, we'll just put like quote unquote rumors about how like some of these, actors like Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans. I can't think of who else. Contract are up, and they didn't renew their contract.
They gotta go.
They gotta go. But I think I liked how they sent off Chris Evans. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. I guess just because his character changed, and his character had different priorities, and just kind of wanting him to be there for said prior. Okay, he had a kid. So he had a kid, and just I know it's a spoiler cast, but I don't want to say it.
Sure.
I know.
We're already here.
But,
you're already talking about time heists and everything and all this stuff, but go ahead.
And how he died, and I guess it's just kind of why did he have to die? And I cried a little. I've cried, of course. I mean, it's just sadness, Julie cry. So
no, you're fine. I don't know. I'm fine. I'm fine with characters dying. I mean, I personally like that. No one's got to live forever.
No, they do. They have to be like Steve Rogers. They have to live forever, like a 95-year-old man in a 35-year-old body. So,
well, like me, I don't know, because I just like finality of things. I think, well, talking about the fight scenes and all the stuff, the ending, I thought it was a great ending. I'm personally fine with Tony Stark ending himself, because he is Iron Man, and he's the first movie. This story began with the end. So I really enjoyed the passing of the torch of everybody. As it was I know there's phase 4 now, but with me personally, I think you could just end it right there. For me, I'm not going to be too crazy about phase 4 or 5 and 6 or anything in the future, because I just watched 22 movies over 10 years, and I'm just a little fatigued, and I think it was a good place to end it.
Yeah, and if you don't mind me elaborating on that, I very much agree with that. I just kind of feel like if I never see another Marvel movie, I'm okay with that. I guess that's why I haven't really been too enthusiastic about seeing Far From Home. I mean, I liked Homecoming. Homecoming was good, but I'm Far From Home, I don't really have to see that. Although I will admit, Guardians of the Galaxy and if Taika Waititi, the new Love and Thor, I'm still kind of
Love and Thor? Love and Thunder.
Love and Thor, Love and Thunder. That's right. Thor 4. Oh, no, Thor.
Yeah, it is 4. Because 3 is Ragnarok.
Right, okay. Thor 4, Love and Thunder, not Love and Thor.
We call it that now.
So, I do want to see that, because Taika Waititi, who directed Ragnarok, is awesome. That's the only reason. Well, actually, even then, I'm kind of because, and it's not because they're gonna hand it over to Jane Foster, but Natalie Portman's character. But I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, he did a good job, so whatever. But yeah, I just feel I'm kind of I'm
not
done.
Not done. Well,
not done.
Not
done.
done. Well, I think. Well, actually, sorry. I'll let you keep talking. So.
Well, no, I think it was fine. I think you were gonna probably explain it better. I mean, because I was gonna say I'm done, but I'm not really done. But I'm if I don't see another Marvel movie, I'm not much of a rush to go see the movies like I was in the past. Although, okay, actually, Blade looks interesting.
But I mean, you're you're picking things.
I guess, yeah, I am cherry picking. What I want to see. You're
picking what you want. It's not. It's because to get the full experience of Phase 4, you have to have Disney Plus. And I think that
yeah.
too, because like I said, it's not just movies. Because before it was just the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You had to watch, and that was on ABC, free show, free on TV and stuff, But now to get into Phase 4, you have to put the money down. You have to watch the movies, but you also have to watch the TV shows, the Loki, the Captain America, Winter Soldier. I mean, there's so much, and I feel like it's more about money than ever,
Yeah,
because they're holding these things hostage to you on certain platforms, and I'm not gonna pay monthly just to watch a couple shows, because it's a big waste.
Well, and I just kind of I have all these streaming services I pay for anyways. I don't really want to add another one, and it's I'm really like trying so hard not to add more. And so far, I mean, like, there's some promising things that I've seen upcoming on Disney Plus, but I am going to resist that tooth and nail till like something amazing comes out, like Chris Evans modeling beachwear. Just like I'll pay money to see that. But it just like America's ass. So I will pay to see America's ass. But I know I'm really resisting tooth and nail. Although like there looks like some good things coming out on Disney Plus and all that, but I'm like, no. And then I saw someone share like you can add it onto your Hulu, but I don't want to add it onto my Hulu.
It's still the same price.
It's still the same price. It's not a discount, which would be nice if like, oh hey, you're bundling your streaming services. We'll give you a discount price, and they don't. So it's just convenient, so you don't have all these apps. But I kind of like the apps because like I can separate the movies easier. But anyways, that's another.
We left cable for cable to come back at us.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's what it is. It's like cable was too, like, I thought paying for cable was a waste and started streaming, and now it's like, oh hey, like, oh wait, well, you can pay for this streaming service. Okay, you want to pay for this one? Okay. It's like no, I don't want to. I might as well just go back to cable.
Avengers is great. I mean, watch it's a good payoff for 22 movies, for going through 22 movies, 22, 23, I'm not entirely sure, but going through 10 years of movies, it's a great payoff. I think it's fantastic. Like I said, Winter Soldier is still my favorite movie, Marvel movie. How about you, Joel?
Thor Ragnarok.
Good choice too. But like, it feels final, and that's what I like about it. It's not. I like finalities of things. I like OVAs. I like when things end. I don't like TV shows that go on for like 20 seasons and they just run stagnant and they just never end. And I that's just me. But not Thor Ragnarok. Avengers Endgame is pretty dang fantastic, and you owe yourself to go watch it. Probably if you haven't watched it already. Any final things you'd like to say, Joe?
No.
Cool. Oh man. Well, this is almost borderline 2-hour podcast.
And that's we talked about half our subjects. We are not torturing you or my poor husband who's sitting here.
Yes.
With the full, I'd probably be like 5 hours if we just didn't cut anything.
We have another. As I said, this is 8 months worth of stuff divided by half. So you're getting 4 months of things talking about. So I know this is a lot, and I appreciate everyone. I really appreciate everyone sticking with this. If you have, or if you have not, then audio, probably you won't hear this. Thank you. But just want to say thank you. And we're going to do this a little bit more often, so you won't get long episodes like this. But really hope you guys enjoyed listening to us ramble about random stuff, movies, and really
occasional video games.
I
think this is probably we've talked about video games the most in this podcast than we've ever talked about video games.
Mm-hmm. It's because I'm here. I'm Gamer Man. I'm gaming incarnate. But sorry, I'm hitting my mic. But we thank you for listening. Hope to get a real podcast. I said this is just be on YouTube. We hope to get a real podcast with MP3 downloads sometime this year. Join us for the next episode of the KQS cast. And what's your infamous sign off, Jill?
Well, since I already picked one, I still am going to continue with it. So everybody, TTFN, ta-ta for now.
Or as Colby used to say, Tony Tiger farts nasty.
Well, now I'm going to have to change it. Jeez.
Or Timmy Tooth feels nice.
That doesn't sound good either.
Doesn't sound good either. But hope you guys enjoyed. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more. I'm gonna do more Resident Evil. That's gonna continue for some time, and more random podcast stuff. And until then, until we meet again, comrades.
Bye.